Hey guys, welcome back to the tutorial series on understanding Agile. In this video, you will learn about Kanban methodology and its application.
Hello coach, my team is facing some challenges. Can you help?
Definitely. Tell me, what is it about?
We are working on a maintenance project. We do bug fixes and enhancements for a software product. The stakeholders typically raise a ticket for every issue. The ticket is analyzed by the analysts, coded by the programmers, validated by quality team, and handed over to the operations team for deployment.
Got it. So what are the challenges?
Everyone in the team feels overloaded with work. However, the tickets backlog is piling up. The average turnaround time per ticket is increasing. The delays in more critical tickets are getting escalated every now and then. The team members are burning out, yet we are missing customer satisfaction.
Let me tell you an interesting story from a food counter who faced similar challenges. The food counter team comprised of a receptionist who would accept the orders from the customers, 3 chefs in the kitchen who would cook the items. 2 of the team members would then transfer the items to a platform kept between kitchen and the dining area. They would group the food items together on a tray on the basis of their table order number. The serving person would then pick the tray and take to the customer table. After few days, they started facing problems. Problem of delay in service turnaround time. After much brainstorming, they changed the strategy. They created a visual board to track all of their activities. The stages through which a ticket would flow were further divided on the basis of the status of completion, ongoing and done. Next, everyone was asked to give work in process limit, in short WIP limit. In this case, the serving guy said he could take up maximum 2 tickets at a time, so his WIP limit was 2. The dining transfer guys opted for WIP limit of 5. Chefs decided 4 and receptionist accepted 3 as WIP limit. Now let us understand the significance of WIP limits. Note that the dining transfer work cannot continue because their WIP limit has reached, which means they cannot pick up any more ticket from the kitchen even if there is any ticket available. But the kitchen guys can continue their work. WIP limit has no impact on moving the ticket from status ongoing to done. However, they cannot pick up a new ticket from reception since their WIP limit is full. Now, when the serving guy completes one of the tickets, he can then pull a ticket from dining transfer. This creates a vacancy and the dining transfer guy can pull a ticket from kitchen. This allows the kitchen chefs to pull a new ticket from the reception. The reception can restart accepting orders from the waiting customers. You can observe a beautiful flow of tickets being carried out by pull mechanism. The immediate benefit is nobody feels overloaded and there is no accumulation of tickets at any single place. For your information, the average time taken by a ticket from entry till exit is known as lead time or cycle time. Note that before calculating the cycle time, these tickets are first classified under simple, medium and complex based on their expected efforts, and then the average cycle time is calculated for each category. The advantage of knowing the lead time is that the team can estimate and commit the delivery timelines to the client for future tickets.
But coach, how do they decide on the WIP limit?
Good question. Because too low WIP limit may lead to bad productivity since idle time for people will increase, and too high WIP limit means bad lead time since the task will keep on waiting at every stage for longer time. For the very first time, they make a guess about WIP limit on the basis of their experience. However, at regular intervals, the team reviews and changes the WIP limit during retrospective meetings.
That is interesting.
And it becomes even more interesting because I am going to tell you about what happened in the exceptional flow situation. One day, the serving guy unintentionally got into a prolonged argument with a customer over some issue. So the ticket here got blocked due to an unforeseen condition. This further affected the other ticket in hand as well.
That must have stopped the entire flow.
Well, that could have happened, but the team used to follow lean philosophy called Go See Genba. In Japanese, Genba or Genba means real place where activities are actually going on, like shop floor in a mechanical factory or construction site. The idea of visiting Genba is to make the problems visible, since the best improvement ideas will come from going to the Genba. By way of creating such digital visual boards, similar visibility can be achieved even in the distributed software development projects. Now back to the food counter. When the dining transfer guys saw the blockage in the flow, they rushed to help to resolve the problem. The kitchen guys still continued their work since their WIP limit was not reached. And when the limit reached, they took up the activity of serving. Now let us map the same system for your maintenance project. The flavor of agile methodology that you just learned is called Kanban. In Japanese, the word kan means visual and ban means card. So Kanban refers to visual cards. Pure production support teams generally use Kanban to manage their flow. Maintenance teams who do both production support and minor enhancements many times combine the Scrum and Kanban and use a process they call Scrumban.
But coach, how to handle high criticality tickets?
There are two ways in which teams can manage this situation. First, create a fast lane. The team leaves some capacity from WIP limit as a buffer to handle unpredictable situations like attending higher priority tickets. Second way is to swap the ongoing low priority ticket with high priority tickets without affecting the WIP limits. Note that the suspended tickets waiting time outside the flow is not counted towards cycle time.
But coach, will they not require multiple skill set to help other departments? For example, if chefs require help, not everyone who wants to help can cook. Then what to do?
Very valid point. For that, let me tell you another story in the next episode. Keep watching.